dare we say our favourite guest ever? Or at least one of our favourite guests ever, absolutely. Gail Kim. She has been surprisingly released by
Oh my
TNA.
God.
Now, Gail Kim, once again, was our special guest for our 100th episode. We wanted a very special guest, and we got one in Gail Kim. She's been released by TNA alongside several other TNA executives in what has been described as a very surprising move by the company. So Gail Kim was recently moved from the role of a producer, basically, an agent, to working alongside new Anthem president Carlos Silva, who took over the role in February as part of a special projects department, which basically internally was a secret word for you're on the chopping block, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So very vague. Essentially, special projects mean nothing, and basically signified the end of Gale. It's looking like Carlos is bringing in his own crew, as well as upgrading some existing TNA office members as well. This is a quote from Gale. "This will not end my passion or my love for wrestling, and this is not the end of Gail Kim in the wrestling world. You don't put in 17 years in one company and stop when you are this passionate. I look forward to sharing my journey, and I'm taking some time for myself and preparing for what's ahead. Looking forward to the future." Now, we'll talk about, your history with Gail Kim a little bit. I mean, we've talked about it a lot of times before, but did you work with Gail Kim when she was an agent in Impact at the time, and when you went back in, 2017?
Yes.
How was
I
she?
didn't work. She was an agent, and she was great. So when I read that they had replaced her, I'm thinking I think they might be making a mistake, because she was too good at what she did, and the talent liked her, and they respected her. Now, I don't know who they're going to put in. Did they name a replacement?
No, not yet.
So what it will be a male, probably filling her spot, but it's not the same. She was working with females. And I think
There can't be that many women who also that good at agenting as well. I mean, I know there's a larger crop of men who've been pro wrestlers over the years than women, of course, but there are very few women agents that I've heard of.
Well, when they put her in that slot, I said, she's just in the place she needs to be, because she's been there before, and all the other girls, all the other talent know that. And she built a rapport with the talent. They trusted her, but now somebody else is going to come in there, and I don't know why they got rid of her, but I think it may not have been in the best interest of the company to replace her. Now, I know you're not going to keep a job forever, but she was there 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
I was going to say, does that even include wrestling?
I don't think she has to worry about the future. Who did she marry? What's the name of that cook?
Oh, I don't know. I know he's fairly well known in America.
He's fairly well known. Yeah, I used to watch him on TV, but I don't think she has to worry about a job. But she does legitimately love pro wrestling, because when you look at Gail, she's not a big girl at all. So to think of her even getting into business, and she had to be probably smaller than she is now, and how she did it, she just got in there and dug. She is a story that she came from where she came from and made it as far in the wrestling business as she did.
Yeah, she was like Ricky Morton, wasn't she? Sort of like the plucky underdog kind of thing.
That's right. And she learned what she needed to learn, and she was a fiery baby face like Ricky. And they did it the hard way, because they didn't start on top. They weren't really big people, and they just had to work their way there, and both of them did it.
Now, she also says, once again, Matt Hardy, currently in TNA, just called it a very, very shocking departure as well. Couldn't wrap his head around it. But in Gail Kim's statement saying, this will not end passion for love of wrestling and all that.
Did she thank me?
That was implied.
Oh, okay.
She says,
Good.
Looking forward to the future. So what is her future, do you think? Still agenting? Can you see her back on screen for any reason?
Well, She'll probably go to work for Tony Khan. And they got Ring of Honor. And, you know, they still have WWE. And they're not mad at her. I mean, now I think, see, just because Vince got a little pissed at her, he's not there anymore. You know, you got to see who's in charge now. Triple H, and I don't think Triple H is mad at her. I don't think Stephanie's mad at her. So she may end back up there as an agent. And
NXT.
I mean, I think
why not Florida? She lives in Florida.
She does live in Florida.
I think she lives in Florida. Yeah, she lives not far from you. Do you remember when we interviewed her and I said you should have just driven round to Dutch's house?
Yeah.
Save the broadband.
Yeah. I remember that now. You got to keep reminding me of things. I've been hit on the head a couple of 100,000 times.
That's what I'm here for.
But what
I'm here for.
But yeah, I think she'll get enough work to where she'll be happy.